Do you happen to have a pack of booster packs just sitting in a stack somewhere for your sealed collection? Well, look no further because I might have accidentally discovered probably the best way to store these packs. If you're new, hit the like, subscribe down below, and let's get right into today's video. So you have all these packs just sitting around, they're stacked on top of each other. Turns out that's a bad thing to do. I didn't know this until someone had commented on one of the YouTube shorts that I made weeks prior, but apparently if you stack your packs like this, it can leave grooves and dents in the cards because the backs are not completely flat. So if you look here, they have that seal that has some ridges on it, like some ribbed edges or something like that. And what that does is over time it flattens, sure, but it will leave these little dots in the card on the back. Luckily though, that doesn't affect the rare, but in order to prevent that, the best way to combat this is to not stack them up. So any card pack that gets placed in the bottom will have the most weight onto it, therefore making it very easy to see on the top of the previous pack before it that there might be ingrained edges on it. So personally, by the looks of things, I don't think it's that much of an issue. So today I'm going to show you how I accidentally discovered this brand new, probably never done before method. It's kind of a hybrid of other methods that are out there. So I meant to order perfect fit sleeves on Amazon. Turns out I didn't, and they are like super massive baking like sleeves for like candies and stuff. They're pretty big. So here's a booster pack. Obviously that's like way too big, right? So I was messing around and I actually came up with a way to kind of make it work with what I had. So here's an example. We got Vivid Voltage. The pack itself is kind of crumbly at the bottom because it wasn't a Pokeball tin. But overall, I think this is a decent way to store your packs. So I will go through what I did, and if you want to try this out, all the links to all the materials will be in the description down below. Also, before we get into things, I also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Anthony for branding for the channel. It was a commission piece, so I'm super thankful and super happy that it turned out pretty good. Check out the new banner, the profile picture, and probably the end screen as well. That's going to be the newest thing. So TeamPokeColors, moving up in the world. Let's protect our packs. So with small packs like this, or like this, or hold on, or like this, or like this, or like this, or even like this. All these packs here, you can just throw these into a Card Saver one, or a Card Saver one's like the name brand, which is what I prefer to use. Other unnamed ones, like this one that I got in the mail, has no branding, just a flat piece of plastic, compared to the Card Saver one that actually has some like indentation branding on it there. You can kind of tell this Card Saver one there. There's also Card Saver 2s, which are a little bit bigger, but for the sake of today's video, we're just going to use Card Saver ones because that's all I have. So for your thin packs like these, just throw them into one of those and it should be good enough. But the problem is with these normal booster packs, if I take one, for example, to show you, you would think that, yeah, you could just, throw it in here, and I've seen people do this, but there's some problems, okay? You have to pinch the sides pretty hard to kind of slide it in. And it kind of hugs it a little too much, so like trying to get it in without damaging the pack, there you have it, right? Sure. But if you look at the sides are being squished together so much and on the top that it's actually kind of squeezing the pack, like it's not very flat, right? So what do you do instead? Well, I came up with this method. I'm not sure that I've seen this anywhere else, but this method allows you to go back and sandwich it later. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pack that you want to keep protected on top of the Card Saver like this, right? Then you're going to take one of these, they're 4x6 inches, which is a little bit bigger. I don't know if this works for the graded card sleeves. That was my original intention, to get those and use those for the packs and just throw them in there without the Card Saver on the back. But I think the Card Saver on the back does a good job in this case, because when you throw it into this bag, you want to make sure that the seal is facing outward from behind, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold the top over and seal it like this, right? But the only problem I came across with this method so far is that, if you look, let's kind of get it straightened out here. Not that it really matters at this point, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to just show you how I kind of messed around and found this method. So yeah, you have this, but look at all this excess plastic. Like, it's not perfectly in line with the card saver. So how do we fix that? So what we're gonna do first is we are going to make sure the pack's in there, kind of flatten it out as best as you can, right? And then you want to flip it over. Okay, you have this pull tab. Now the sticky part is exposed. Fold the top just over onto the card saver so that it's in line with the top of the card saver and the bottom's in line as well. And there you have it. But wait, you might be wondering, what are we supposed to do now? It's like kind of flimsy. You can move it around in there. Like, it's not very good. So my method, that's a little spin on things that you can let me know in the comments if you're going to try this or not. But so what we're going to do is we're going to take some scissors, right? And we're just going to cut alongside of that card saver so that we have a perfect fit with the pack and the card saver. All right. And there you have it. That's how I'm doing it. You could tape this side if you wanted to, but I tried that and it kind of like is really noticeable. So for the time being, I'm just going to use this method. And let me tell you why. So option number one, you just throw it in the card saver and your pack kind of gets squished together, which I don't recommend, honestly. I've seen people do that. I'm like, oh, no. If you get card saver 2s, they're a little bit bigger, so I don't think they hug it as much. But if you're using card saver 1s, definitely don't do that because it will ruin your pack. And if you want to keep it nice and pristine, you know, might as well go with the best route. The only issue I've come across with this method is, yes, the side is exposed. So you have the chance of risking, you know, I mean, water damage, sure, dust, dirt, anything that could get in there, you know. But at the end of the day, if you stack them up like this or have them, you know, in a box standing up like this, it provides a good kind of buffer. The back of the card saver, I mean, it's pretty sturdy. So if anything were to come and hit this, it would not affect your cards in the pack. Same thing on the other side. So you want to try to best center this pack in between the card saver, left to right. Top to bottom, it fits pretty perfect. I mean, there's a little bit of room, sure, but it's not going to move around much if you have them even just standing like this. You don't want to move it around a bunch though, because it could, you know, fall out the side or, you know, run the risk of just damaging the cards in the pack. But in terms of storage purposes, I think it works pretty good. I'm just going to be packing these packs up like I just showed, throwing them in this box and, you know, kind of stacking them vertically. And this is a 6" by 6" box. Okay, so I just checked, and this method will not work for it will not work for those like cardboard white containers. I have some in the back. You've probably seen them before, just like the standard, you know, top loader or even card storage containers that you can build out of cardboard. The card saver ones are just a little bit too wide to fit without stretching the cardboard too much. So best way to probably store these is just get them in a stack like this and put them in something. It could even be just like some plastic containers or something, but something that keeps them vertical and upright. Let me know what you guys think of this method in the comments. I know there's a lot of different ways to keep your packs that are sealed even more sealed through protection purposes, but I think this is a good method, and hopefully you guys enjoy. If you did, leave a like and subscribe down below, and be sure to watch some other content on the channel. There's a lot of other good informational type videos like this one out there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.